Your sales representative hits the phones every morning. They hit their exact quota of 70 dials. The activity dashboard turns bright green. And yet, at the end of the week, that perfect execution yields 0 qualified meetings. When leadership looks at a perfectly executed but barren sales pipeline, they often conclude that cold calling has lost its effectiveness in the age of artificial intelligence. This conclusion stems from a real shift in the market. Modern automation tools allow anyone to instantly generate lists and blast out low-effort outreach. Buyers are drowning in an impenetrable wall of generic digital noise. But the presence of all this automated spam has actually increased the market value of a relevant, unscripted human conversation. When every other touchpoint is robotic, a salesperson who demonstrates real curiosity stands out. Succeeding in this environment requires sales teams to move away from volume-based dialing contests and shift toward a model built on precision. To fix the cold call, we have to dissect where a high-volume strategy breaks down. The failure almost always starts with targeting, long before the phone is even picked up. Look at these two companies. Most sales teams filter by industry and employee count, but surface-level numbers ignore operational reality. Company A is hiring, Company B faces a budget freeze. Treating them equally wastes time. And even within the right account, reps chase senior titles. If that executive doesn't own the problem, the message bounces. Meanwhile, the operations manager actually feeling the pain goes ignored. Then the call connects. The first few seconds dictate the outcome. When a representative opens with a generic company introduction, they trigger the prospect's defense mechanisms. The buyer is being pitched before they've even decided if the caller is relevant. This happens because reps are often forced to use rigid scripts. Following a strict script turns a human being into a tape recorder. It removes their ability to listen, ask follow-up questions, or handle objections with genuine curiosity. Delivering a generic script to the wrong person without establishing relevance is just another form of automated spam, regardless of whether a human or a machine is behind the voice. But we cannot simply blame the representative. Often, the quality of the call is a direct reflection of the metrics management chooses to track. When success is measured strictly by the number of dials made, representatives are incentivized to rush. They skip research, force premature meetings, and log low-quality activity just to satisfy their daily quota. This quota-driven panic often leaves the cold call isolated. An out-of-the-blue phone call lacks foundational context. Without prior interaction, the buyer has no reason to establish trust. By contrast, a multi-channel approach uses email and LinkedIn to build a framework. When the phone rings, the buyer recognizes the name, and the call is grounded in a specific business issue. When a management system prioritizes raw activity over commercial relevance, it forces the sales team to sabotage their own pipeline just to meet their targets. Solving these systemic failures requires moving toward a structured 6-stage outbound engine, a system called GroRev SalesNair. It replaces the isolated act of dialing with a repeatable sequence of intelligence and outreach. To make the system work, the role of AI must change. Instead of using it to generate scripts, it should be used as a high-speed research assistant that prepares the representative for the call. This AI-driven research builds account-level intelligence. Before picking up the phone, the representative knows the target's specific commercial triggers, like a leadership change or a new regulatory pressure, giving them a concrete reason to call. This intelligence allows the representative to lead with a diagnostic exploration. They aren't there to pitch. They are testing a hypothesis about a specific business problem. This creates a symbiotic dynamic. Technology handles the speed of data collection, while the human representative provides the empathy, judgment, and connection required during the live conversation. Effective teams are shattering the 70-dial quota. They are replacing it with a diagnostic scorecard that tracks targeting quality, meaningful conversations, and the actual pipeline value influenced by the outreach. 30 well-prepared multi-channel touches will always generate more commercial value than 70 blind dials ever could. The AI era has simply raised the standard for human outreach. To earn a meeting now, sales teams must move past robotic volume and focus on the empathy and judgment that machines cannot replicate.